Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and we have a massive update on Constantine. Well, I have to say, this news came totally out of left field and was not something that I was expecting. But that long-rumored Constantine, featuring Keanu Reeves, appears to be a go. Now, this news came out just a little while ago and is coming from Deadline. And what they're reporting is Warner Brothers is indeed in the early stages of developing a sequel to Constantine, with both leading man Keanu Reeves and the original director Francis Lawrence. Now, apparently, Akiva Goldsman is set to pen the script and will serve as a producer, and is in conjunction with J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot. Now, this has been rumored for a really long time, and in multiple interviews over the last couple of years, Keanu Reeves has made it pretty clear that he would love to return to the role. Now, the original film has been out for a while, with it dropping in theaters back in 2005. And despite its mixed critical reception, it was a pretty solid success, grossing over $230 million on an estimated $70 million production budget. This, by all standards, is an absolute success. Now, like I was saying, this long-rumored follow-up to the original film has been rumored for quite a while, but the updates have been all over the place, with probably the biggest portion of news from Peter Stormare, who played Lucifer Morningstar in the original, and posted on Instagram that a sequel was in the works. Now, if you've been following what's going on with J.J. Abrams, you do know this is not the only Constantine project he has going on. And quite honestly, it has impacted that new project as well as Madame Xanadu. I have to believe they are connected, that it's also being reported that the Constantine reboot, as well as the Madame X HBO series that were coming to HBO Max, are now officially dead. Now, apparently, J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot is still working on both the projects, and they're hoping to find a new home for them to stream on. But, unfortunately, it appears that will not be HBO Max, and I have to believe this could possibly get in the way of those projects being developed. This is kinda sad, but does bring out a lot of questions, because those movies were setting up a Justice League Dark. First Constantine, then Madame X, which was Madame Xanadu, and then we had the Emerald Fennell penned Zatanna movie. So we really did have a lot of pieces of a Justice League Dark coming together for HBO Max. Now, this does beg a ton of questions, because personally, with all this timing and exactly what's going on, I have to wonder if this upcoming Constantine sequel will indeed help set up Justice League Dark for the big screen. We know that Warner Brothers has made it super clear they're focusing on theatrical releases, and Justice League Dark really is a pretty big property for them and could make some very unique inroads in a rather populated world of superhero movies. There's obviously no confirmation on any of this, but we know DC supposedly has a 10-year plan, and that would make a really great piece of that project. Although, I do see a downside here that I wanted to just dive into a little bit. If you remember correctly, J.J. Abrams signed a massive deal with Warner Brothers Discovery a few years ago, and not a whole lot has come to fruition. This includes his sci-fi series Demimonde, as well as Batman the Caped Crusader, which also is being shopped around to other services now that HBO Max decided not to stream it. We've been hearing about this Keanu Reeves potentially returning to Constantine for so long, it kind of feels a little bit to me like a little bit of a desperate move in order to get some project coming to fruition to keep the executives at Warner Brothers Discovery at least somewhat happy. Now, like I said, his deal was massive, and they're looking to free up a lot of debt over there. You have to think Abrams potentially has a target on his back and might need to bring something big to fruition as soon as possible. I guess it really doesn't matter if you're hoping to see John Constantine return, especially with Keanu Reeves in the role. I did like the first movie, even though it did deviate some from the comics. It really was quite the fun ride, and one of my more favorite obscure DC films. Now, whether Madame Xanadu, Zatanna, or any of the other members of Justice League Dark like Deadman or Swamp Thing show up in the sequel, we'll have to wait and see. It seems like a safe bet they probably have some extended plans, but I guess the question there becomes whether they can lock down Keanu Reeves for that many projects. But we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we're going to cover everything Constantine moving forward, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of the updates. But until we know more, what do you guys think? How do you feel about Keanu Reeves returning to the role of John Constantine? And do you think the cancellation of those Justice League Dark projects on HBO Max indicate that could be coming to fruition on the big screen? Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates.